Welcome to the College Football Playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. We have a great battle for us here tonight. Two teams with championship aspirations, but trying to define the odds and take a big step closer to that national championship. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, Illinois fighting Illini, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. We have been waiting for this, the College Football Playoff with an on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this going. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this College Football Playoff gets underway. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, now we'll get our first look at this offense here today. And here he comes, the quarterback, all eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
Well, this guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone is hooked up to him, this team operates at maximum capacity. And that usually means their opposition is in trouble.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Illinois lining up quickly here. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and the rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
The receiver makes the catch. He stopped short of the marker, so it's a 4th down. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
And the runner takes off to his right. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. The freshman brought down after a nice run.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be 1st down yardage.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line. Pass complete for a 1st down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. They'll hand it off. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. The Bulldogs come to the line with 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
What an opening drive by this offense and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So the Illinois offense heads back out onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Stop at the 36, and that's good enough to move the sticks. Illinois lining up quickly here.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. And he's taken down behind the line. He's going to lose a yard or two. The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11.
Boy, what an incredible push by this defensive line. And if you're going to survive in the SEC, the teams that really separate themselves are the teams that have great defensive linemen, especially in the interior. And Georgia has had an incredible legacy over the years, and it's nice to see that this player right here is trying to live up to it.
He's got a man down the middle. Tackle is made, but it's a big gain. They'll move the ball to the 25-yard line. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on that third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
He hands it off from the gun. Got space looking for the end zone here. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Illinois. And they're able to tack on the extra point. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Powers through.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Here's the second down play. Tailback takes the handoff again. Breaking free at the 35. McGain is good enough for a first down near the 38.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Using his legs on the scramble. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going.
I really like this call by this offense on second and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Georgia getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Defense is coming after him. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Now it's second down here. Trying to find some room. It's Silva. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. We'll see if the rest of this playoff game can live up to a very competitive opening period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. He shreds the tackle.
Because I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Can they keep this drive going, try to convert on third down now? Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. Illinois sends the offense back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop?
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking for the wide out. Looks downfield. He connects with a wide-open wide receiver. That's a huge gain. Stop finally made it to 43. Play action here on first down. Throws to the tight end. Graham down the middle. It's Williams. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. Illinois lining up quickly here.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got it.
And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. And he drops back in the gun. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got it. And that will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at 38. A new set of downs after that completion. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. He makes the grab. Finally brought down, but that play moves the ball all the way down to the 21.
But when the dust settles and the games are over, it's how many big plays did you create and how many did you prevent. This is a huge play for this offense. Now, can they get the ball into the end zone, or they have to settle for 3?
The tackle is made. The offense is now set up for the first and goal from the 8.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
The Bulldogs line it up with first and goal. Here's the handoff on first and goal. And they'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So the Fighting Illini offense is back out on the field now. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Trying to create outside the pocket now. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going. Kane moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Ball handed off. Shows off the moves there, but ultimately not much of a gain. Illinois lining up quickly here. They'll give it to the back. Brought down at the 46, good enough for a first down. This Illinois offense is moving quickly down the field.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Illinois getting set with a 1st and 10 now. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. See what the call is on 1st and 10. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Touchdown, fighting Illini. It was a foot race, and he won it.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Pressure is coming. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incomplete. Second down coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. So the Illinois offense heads back out onto the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. On 1st and 10, look at the throw. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. Shotgun formation, here's an inside give. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. And the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. So here we go. First play of the drive. Under 2 minutes before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Using his legs here. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Silva. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. And looking to throw now on first down. The pass rush closing in. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark. See if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dogs.
That's playing to the echo of the whistle here in this first half. They just keep pouring it on. Why not just continue to be aggressive? It's worked out so far for them. What a big lead they've worked up now here in this first half.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game, and we've been treated to a fabulous first two quarters of playoff football. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through two quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number one for that opposing sideline. Chris, let's send things back to you and Kirk for what should be a memorable second half as we eagerly anticipate we'll be moving on to the next round of this college football playoff.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. And this offense trying to build in a very impressive first-half performance, trying to stretch the lead right away here in the third. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, it's not been their day as a defense, but you can see they have not given up. What a big hit into the backfield that time.
They got some ground to make up. Second and long from the 15. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a...
Man, the defense seems to be all about loading up to stop the run. They're creating some one-on-one opportunities, and the quarterback and receiver make them pay for it with a great play.
Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
He's going to pull it down and run. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line, because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Tackled just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. Dogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Touchdown, Georgia. And the route is on.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that back. fourth later today.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Illinois sends the offense back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Short pass finds the tight end. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Second down after that short completion. Second down. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense they wanted a little bit more of that pitching catch.
It's third down for the offense. Can he get there on the ground? Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
He's going to try to return the punt. Well, he's got some space here. Now they finally get him, but he found a nice lane on that return. This drive starts in good position, and the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, move right down the field for a touchdown. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a pretty good effort by this defense to come up with that loss. Let's face it, it has been a really long game for these guys, but I love that they've not given up and they're still out there fighting.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looks like he's going to run it. That's a nice scramble there, a big gain, but not enough for the first down.
Boy, he comes up just short of his first down, but a nice job of picking up some yards on third and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't quite enough to pick up.
And here comes a deep shot. Downfield and incomplete. A fourth down stop.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
He shreds the tackle. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job.
Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
He's swarmed by the defense. Offense now operating in the red zone, facing a 3rd and short from the 20. They'll try to run for the first down. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
The ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Third down, out of the shotgun. He's got it near the end zone. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now. The offense sets up in scoring position with a new set of downs. Escapes the sack. First shoot and drop back at the 8-yard line.
I hate to question a play call, but that close to the goal line on first and goal, and you throw it. Why not run the football right there?
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 8. We'll hand it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
Third and goal, looking to throw for it. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. In these playoff games, we certainly hope for a much more competitive battle, a shot at the national championship on the line. It has not been the case here so far. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Here comes a handoff. Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Pushed by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
First down and 10 now. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. The back's got it. Breaking free at the 35. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Makes a quick catch. Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's got it right near the end zone. Tackle after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And this one is getting ugly.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
Here's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. So the Fighting Illini offense is back out on the field now. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? The pocket breaking down. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
He's going to take off. Slides down to avoid the tackle. The Dogs will crank up the tempo. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. Touchdown, Dogs. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the Illinois offense heads back out onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Running back grabs it on a screen. Breaks loose at the 40. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Egregious roughing the passer call. Automatic 1st down. Let's hope the quarterback is okay. It's press coverage now from these DBs. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Chris, it just feels like the offense is almost teasing the defense with this play. As an offensive coordinator quarterback, you're often looking for that soft spot in the zone. And here, they do a nice job of finding that hole for a nice gain.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the 1st down.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away.
All of this pressure and sacks is starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
Running out of time in the pocket. Running back has it on a screen now. The defense stops him short of the marker in that screen. 4th down coming up. Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. So they get the 3, but the margin is still huge. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. The junior able to bring him down quickly. So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Oh, here comes the reverse. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42. Dogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. The shotgun running play call. And he's brought down out at the 46. Of course, in the playoffs,